My mom teaches middle school, and every time she tells me that she has eighth graders that are not able to read, I get very shocked. A disclaimer, I am not judging anybody's student or anybody's parenting skills in this video. I am not in that business. But I will make observations. I learned how to read properly in pre-K. I was reading when I was 4 or 5 years old. And the fact that you have kids that are in middle school that can't read, that can't write, that operate solely on the internet and their phones, it's a little scary. I would not blame any parent or teacher for being a little afraid at that fact, because while a lot of things are on the internet nowadays, right, you can do anything on the internet or on your phone. I acknowledge that 100% wholeheartedly. I even get behind it in a sense. But there are still some basic skills that are needed. You have to know how to write. That is a non-negotiable. You have to know how to read. That is a non-negotiable. You have to have a very good sense of definitions in your mind. You have to be very well literate. I'll say that. You have to be very literate. You have to know what different words mean. Because as you matriculate into the adult world, I guess that's what I'll call it, you have to deal with things like contracts. You have to deal with all the things you're going to have to sign, all the paperwork you have to do to register to vote, to go and get a job, to do your resume, all those kind of things. And if you cannot operate in a middle school world, the adult world is going to eat you alive. The college world will eat you alive. Heck, the high school world might eat you alive. Imagine you have to go and get your license. That requires writing and reading. Imagine you have to go and, I don't know, sign a contract for your next job. That requires writing and a very high level of literacy and reading, because they will get you on these contracts. Some of these kids want to be boxers, celebrities, and basketball players. And again, that's fantastic. And it's going to happen for some of them. But that requires a lot of reading. Contracts, applying to the draft is a long process. Signing an NBA or boxing or whatever contract is a long process that requires those basic reading and writing skills. And I am telling you, the amount of kids that do not have that right now is alarming. The fact that my mom comes home and tells me that there are people who are 14, 15, and 16, years old that can't read, like, to me, that's crazy. That's almost scary. It makes you scared for our society in the future. Not trying to fearmonger anybody. I think every kid is incredibly capable. I just believe that the lack of resources they're receiving and the fact that they are not being properly taught at a younger age is incredibly alarming and something we need to step up and fix really quickly.